Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel where we share safe real estate investment tips, talk about property law, and share credible real estate investment opportunities here in Nigeria. Basically, every video on this channel is an asset to real estate investors and property buyers. Finally, on this channel, every subscriber is family, a family of millionaire real estate investors. Welcome.
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Raymond D. Joma and I'm a real estate entrepreneur as well as a property lawyer here in Nigeria. And today we're going to be having a very nice conversation. And it's also very important because it plays a critical role. Knowing this, the knowledge of this plays a critical role in your real estate transaction. All right, and the question is, what is a title document? What is a title document? And it follows with another question of how to know a good route of title. How to know a good route of title. How is this important to your real estate transaction or buying of properties here in Nigeria? Basically, it is very important because the title document is what transfers title from Mr. A to Mr. B. Land transactions or buying properties is not enough. It is not enough for you to just transfer money to someone's account. The money could be for any purpose. It is that documentary angle to the transaction that seals the deal, closes the deal really, and then transfers interest from you to another person. So basically, it is not enough. Buying of land is not like buying an iPhone, right? That you just transfer money, they hand over the phone to you, give you a receipt, and you move on. Okay, so there are important factors you need to consider when buying a land, and one of which is title documents. So what are title documents? I like to be as quick as possible here. So in summary, title document as it relates to property transactions is that document. It's that document that transfers interest, title, or ownership of land from the buyer from the seller to the buyer. From the seller to the buyer. Ordinarily, generally, it's expected to have parties in the transaction. The document is supposed to have parties in the transaction: the constitution, the reciter, the date of actual transfer, signature of the parties, witness execution, some important clause, and all of that, depending on who prepares it, right? And importantly, what you should take out from what a title document is the fact that it is that document that transfers title from one person to another. And that makes it important for you to know that a contract of sale of land is not a title document. A power of attorney is not a title document. A power of attorney is simply a tool of delegation. And there are several judicial authorities backing that claim, backing my opinion. Right, so when you consider all of this, it makes you understand, come to the place of understanding about what to expect as you go into your real estate transaction. All right, and what a survey plan is also not a title document, so it's important that you know that as well. So what constitutes a good route of title? What constitutes a good route of title? This is an extensive conversation. This is an extensive conversation that I cannot go into in details. However, I'll just give you a summary. Basically, a document of title which is sufficient. I mean, a good route of title is a document of title which is sufficient in itself. A good route of title is a document which is sufficient in itself without extrinsic evidence to establish the title to the land. So it ordinarily means that by the document itself, when you see the document itself, it largely establishes evidence as per who owns the land. That is what a good route of title is. And then the route of title itself has been defined as the point at which the title can properly commence. When is the time, or at what point did the title to that land really commence? That is what a route of title is. Okay, so it's important that you tie the concept of good route of title root of title, and title documents together. These three concepts are critical. These three concepts are critical to your real estate transaction, to your buying of land or property anywhere in any location here in Nigeria. And your understanding these three concepts would make you largely see how this whole thing operates and how to know when you are getting into an issue. That's what this knowledge does for you. And like I said, there are constituents, there are factors to look out for when you are considering and want to know what the good root of title is. And I'm seeing 9 of them here, and also examples of good root of title and examples of titles that may not be good root of title. And all of these were explained and detailed out in my book titled Don't Get Scammed. Don't get scammed. All you should know before buying property here in Nigeria. Don't get scammed. All you should know before buying any property here in Nigeria. And the subtitle of that book is, excuse me, just give me a moment. I'm trying to scroll through my system. The subtitle of that book is Land Property Transactions in Nigeria Come with a Lot of Peculiarities and Underlying Issues, mostly born out of ignorance, but with this book, every land property buyer is safe and smart. That is what this book brings to you. And then there are 7 chapters in the book. The first chapter talks about terminologies. Don't let anyone confuse you. Chapter 2 talks about the role of law in all real estate transactions. Chapter 3 talks about what a title document and how to know a good root of title. Chapter 4 talks about the right steps and procedures of purchasing property here in Nigeria. Chapter 5 talks about the 22 rules you must obey if you want to play safe and smart. Chapter 6 talks about the Land Use Act and the certificate of occupancy. And chapter 7 asks you a question. And the question is, do you really need a lawyer? That's what the book offers. And with the book, you have a comprehensive understanding of what title documents are, good root of title, and everything related to title, and every other bonus, every other thing I've stated that the book has in terms of chapter 1 to chapter 7. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Rei Ltd. I'd like to hear your thoughts. I'd like to get feedback from you. I'd like you to subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. And again, my name is Rei Ltd. I'm a real estate entrepreneur as well as a property lawyer here in Nigeria. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your amazing day. Bye bye.